Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we're going to be continuing One Piece episodes 304 and 305. If you noticed, we skipped 303 because of it being another filler. If there is any other fillers that are worth watching, definitely let me know ahead of time in the comments, because I'm going off really your guys' recommendations when it comes to that. But anyway, we're going forward. It seemed like a random pause for a filler anyway, because we are the heat of the moment. Robin got her slap on with Spamdom. That was nice. Nice to see. I mean, Usopp got an amazing moment last episode. I hope these type of moments keep coming because these are amazing. I can't wait to see more. If you guys are new to the channel and you have for some reason not subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel. Pretty easy. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like button. You can also hit the notification bell so you know when these episodes come out. If you'd like to support the channel and get uncut reactions and early releases of this show or any of the other shows I do, you can check out patreon.com/AJRich123 to do that. And let's go ahead and start. God damn, there's a lot. You see how many people it's packed in there? Everybody just jumped in one boat like the Titanic is going down or something. Like everybody's jumping in. Once this is called for, nothing else matters but destroying the... How can you even recognize him? His face is completely blown up. He's got such a wide face now. I don't know if... Do they care as much about you, though? I don't think it is. She's getting flashbacks to what happened before when she was a kid. She knows this feeling. She knows this experience. All those emotions and feelings she got when she was a kid there is all being pushed back now. Same thing. Everything that she loved back then was getting destroyed like this, and now it's the same thing. She finally found, you know, people that she cares about and friends, and all she's probably thinking of is that's gonna happen again. That type of destruction does not go away from your mind. You carry that, and she's carried that for years. I hate to see Robin looking like that, though. Really hurts me. They're kind of SOL. I mean, he's the leader right now. You give him credit for that. He did some work. I don't think that's their first priority on what they need to learn. Even when he's hurt like that, he can still be like himself. Oh yeah, Chibi Luffy. We need more of an explanation of that. Why the fuck did he become Chibi? Wait. I don't remember it saying third gear when he did it, though. Or maybe I missed it. So whatever he did there was the third gear, so a stronger version. Because remember, when he was fighting Blueno, at the very end, he thought he had to get stronger, and it looked like he was going to start using that technique. It said third, and then it cut off, and he didn't use it. So, but I don't remember at this part, it actually saying that he used third gear to do that. So third gear turns him into Chibi Luffy? Is that what this is? That's kind of a downside, right? Because he can't fight like that, can he? It must be the downside of using it. We already know what second gear does. But third gear seems to be even more drastic on his body. I'm just surprised she's still able to run like this while drinking. Normally you get a side ache. You could run for maybe 20 seconds. You got to give it to her. She's got some goddamn stamina. Oh yeah, the end of last episode. Why do they do these drawings for that? It's hilarious. That's probably why. Which puts Luffy at the disadvantage because he can't do what he's doing right there. Though he can stretch. He has a way of doing something similar. But he knew he could get out of it because they're both going to be weak to water because of devil fruits. But... or to seawater, yeah. This seems to make him really happy. If he was gonna do that, he would have done that earlier instead of having Frankie do it. He knows he has to be the one to take him down. He believes in his crew. He believes in his friends. Which has really shown how mature Luffy has become when it comes to, he knows he has to do this. Like, and the big thing I really like is Luffy has always really had this confidence in other people and, you know, and his friends and everything. But in this case, he's not jumping where he knows he needs to be the one to go protect them. He believes in his friends to help each other out. And he knows what he has to do, and he's prioritizing the enemy. I don't know. I just see a maturity in Luffy from his previous fights and from other things that have happened up until this point. And I really enjoy seeing that. Probably just need to ignore it at this point. What the hell? An ear? It's just notice. I know it's his ear, but sometimes I notice the angles can be very weird in this show sometimes. It took him that long to figure that out. I mean, how are you outrunning the water, though? That's the feat in itself. Spammed him, maybe? You know, he's got the worst leadership abilities in the world. He is gonna need some work done after this. Will his face ever go back to normal after that slapping? It's not. It was all part of his elaborate plan of being a hero. It does seem like he was using second gear before, but it seems like he's turning it on and off. Right now he's not using it. I was gonna call it like a drill bit or something. You used your leg, he's gonna use his tail. He's not doing it for no reason. I think the biggest thing with villains in this show is underestimating Luffy and just underestimating in general. At least this guy has earned confidence. With Spamdom, there was unearned confidence. Yeah, it's like he's just flicking and doing that much damage. Insta fireball? This guy just keeps having more and more styles of technique inside the techniques. God damn, Burn! Probably the wrong thing to say to Luffy. Okay, okay. But what if you turn into Chibi Luffy right after? That means he has to beat him with this. So this is what he used to break the door? Oh, goddamn! He gave himself the Frankie arm. So the third gear is upgrading one part of his body and focusing it in one area. Oh fuck! Okay, you could not tell how big it was from that other shot. That's like 100 times. Okay, you know, sometimes angles are everything. Like, you can't really see. From the original shot, it looked like it was, you know, it was big. I thought maybe it was the size of Frankie's arms or his forearms, kind of as big as that fist. But to break that door open, if that was the exact technique as they were talking about earlier in the episode, then it had to be bigger and it had to be stronger. And that last shot illustrates it completely. 1,000 times. But to get that sheer strength, using the third gear to be able to get it that big, we saw from the beginning of this episode and what happened a couple episodes ago, the result, Chibi Luffy. Now, if he doesn't finish him off with one attack and he turns into Chibi Luffy, he has no damn shot. So he knew that it was like, it must be his last resort. It has to be. It does worry me though, because can he be taken out with one hit? I want to say no, but the drastic amount of damage that does, I'm hoping it does. Yeah, actually, that would be the perfect thing if he fell in the sea. That is a very weird... You know what it is? I think he must lose, after using something like that, maybe he loses like the way he can manipulate his body with this rubber. Maybe that's why he turned into Chibi Luffy or whatever, because it's using this much strength. Yes, they definitely can. I mean, he gets lost enough. I don't think that's really something he's thinking about. Just, well, other way? Or slash through it? Maybe break open the gates or something? Yes. Or no. Aw. That makes sense. It would have been a design error if it hadn't. Well, this is bad in all fronts. And meanwhile, this has been going on forever. So they believe in him that much? Borden spammed him, obviously. Oh, he's weakened massively. Or he's doing it for a reason. It could be one or the other. He's definitely hurt. I don't think he's used to getting punched that hard. They all instantly puke. These type of guys seem everywhere. Swords aren't gonna beat cannons in this case. Okay. A shit ton of cannons. It's a fancy outfit. He looks like he's been up for like a week. So sometimes escape is the best option. Oh, at first I thought maybe he was like part of this kingdom or something. But okay, so he's already part of the world government. Okay. Actually, now that I think about it, they did talk about that they've been working on these powers since, if I remember right, they said that they had been doing this since childhood. I remember when they were when CP9, we had learned all that stuff about them. I think that was mentioned. That makes sense. Resting bitch face, or I guess in his case, resting dick face. Even as a kid, he's had that demeanor forever. Holy hell. When you haven't fully won, I feel like you shouldn't be drinking and celebrating. But, I mean, it probably looks like a win to them at this point. I mean, look at those eyes, though. The entire eye is just a full-on bag. Yeah, that's gotta be funny to them. A kid just comes up like that. This is a mistake. The big question is, where's the pigeon? So I'm sure, how many years does a pigeon last? Maybe that pigeon isn't born yet. By doing this, that's the reason why they didn't want to do it. They didn't want to harm the hostages or have anything bad happen like that. That's why you don't do this type of assault unless you know you can win when they have hostages. That's why they do it in the first place. Huh. Whenever you say that, that means you are gonna be defeated. I'm telling you, these weak guys, whenever they say it's impossible, we saw Spamdom, it's impossible, and then it's possible. Oh! What? What? And he could probably say that they... Is he gonna play the card and go back to them and say, hey, they killed the hostages? I mean, they obviously will do anything. They'll do anything for this justice. And that means getting their hands dirty. And him just as a kid, pigeonless, is able to do that. Wow. DBZ reference, but doesn't he kind of look like Android 17 in that view? That was weird. So he was already a master of these powers as a kid. God. No wonder he has that type of confidence as an adult. Doing this shit as a kid gave him the big balls. Holy hell. Exactly. Those scars are exactly like the goddamn flag. He's not fat. He's rubber. Look at those abs somewhere. This is probably making it worse for his, for them wanting him. Everything he does. Everything is giant attacks now. But how long can he do it for? So weakness. That's an obvious one, though, when you think about it. Getting yourself in as a body part that big would obviously slow you down in some regard. He's just bouncing up and down. What the fuck? Is he having fun? How is he still acting like that? He just got smacked to shit. Looks like they've stopped for the moment. Oh! Holy crap! That's how much they're willing to sacrifice. As we've seen with Buster Call in general, they don't give a shit about disobedience gets you fucking shot. You have to follow orders in the military. I mean, in general, going against orders can, I mean, that's a drastic case right there, but I knew that Luffy, you know, using the second gear and now the third gear here, we learned about how doping works, and we learned about how the disadvantages of using these. I think the most surprising thing in this episode for me was learning that he used the third gear to break down that door. I guess they purposely didn't say what ability he used to do that, and then turning into Chibi Luffy. Now, that was a pretty, at least it seemed like a very fast interaction, him breaking down the door and then he's instantly Chibi Luffy. But he's been fighting for a while now using this technique, and he hasn't had that happen. So that's what, now we know the weakness of it, because I was asking about that too, about him not going slower, and he pointed that out, that it makes him move slower. And if you're bigger, you get a body part that's bigger, of course it's going to naturally slow down your speed, because Luffy is usually pretty fast. So that's going to be the downside. But necessarily against this type of opponent, I think the pros outweigh the cons using this, and I think that's what Luffy kind of realized. And I like his strategy here, but it does make me worry, because this episode really demonstrated what the Navy's, the world government and the Navy's sense of justice is. Like, it's drastic. Now, everybody's going to have their own interpretation of it and form of it, but it's very obvious that it's very close together on the sense of whatever it takes, regardless of how many people you sacrifice for the sense of justice, they're going to implement what they have to do. So it doesn't matter how many sacrifices, it doesn't matter if it's their own damn men. If they can get the job done and do it for their cause, they're gonna do it. But as we've seen with other people in the Navy, not everybody follows this philosophy to the same extreme. But these guys in particular, and the CP9 members, definitely are seeing that flashback, seeing him as the 13-year-old doing that, killing that way. No wonder. I mean, that's so drastic, but it's impactful though. It's one of those things where now you know what you're going up against. I think it was through these 300-ish episodes, it's been demonstrated. We've seen like different extremes and different personalities of people in the Navy, when we've been introduced to, but it kind of matters who it is on how extreme they go with it. And the higher ups seem to be more like anyone that's these vice admirals or higher seems to follow this, or even the CP9, the higher world government members seem to follow this philosophy more so. The lower guys tend to not even realize that they could be sacrificed, and that's pretty damn extreme, I have to say. But the only benefit we saw from this all happening was it seemed like they have stopped at least shooting, shooting the actual island, Ennis Lobby, the entire area or whatever. It seems like they've slowed down on that for an extent while they're focusing on Luffy's fight. But they're willing to sacrifice, because you got a vice admiral there. You have a 1,000 crew members or something there. I mean, it's horrible to be able to say, hey, I can sacrifice that just to get rid of one person. But that's the way they operate, and I'm getting to know that more and more. But anyway, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. If you want to watch these episodes early and uncut up to 2 weeks, definitely check out the Patreon at patreon.com/AJRich123. That link is in the description down below, along with all my social media links. Definitely check all those out. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.